YouTube. I know you can't see me or much of anything right now, but I want you to know that that big shine, that light up there, is the full moon. Tonight, I just wanted to take a moment and see if I couldn't document her beauty. I'm going to try to see if I can get a picture of the moon that's a little clearer, because my pictures on this phone are much clearer than video for some reason. I just wanted to take a moment to admire her. Isn't she beautiful? If you're watching this tonight, take a moment to go outside and just bask in the rays. I hope you can feel it through the video. It's just so powerful, but so peaceful and so humbling. I wouldn't have it any other way. It's a beautiful night. It's cold, very cold, but it's still a beautiful night. And I can always appreciate coming out to look at the moon. You can see some stars out, like over this way, but you can't see them on the video. But the main star of the video, so to speak, is right here. I'm thinking about doing a video on different ways you could work with the full moon. And, maybe I could, maybe I'll just talk about it now for a couple minutes while we're out here looking at her. So, the ways you can work with the full moon. It's a night of power, definitely. It's the most powerful night of the moon cycle. The lunar cycle has all different types of energies within it. Over about a 28 or so day cycle or so, roughly. And okay, let's start from the beginning then. We have a new moon. The new moon is when the moon's very dark and is just about to start waxing again. When you have a waxing moon, the waxing moon, if you look at the triple moon goddess symbol, is the first crescent moon on the left. It is when the moon is getting bigger. When you are waxing, you are getting bigger, getting more powerful. This period of time is good for increasing things, bringing things to you, manifesting things, working on things. If you have an ongoing project, do that. Start things at the beginning, perhaps, and then work them through. Attain your abundances and keep going. Grow. It's a moment of growth. It's a period of time of growth. I think I can hear some geese. Yep, those are geese. I don't know if you can hear them. But it's a period of time that is for growth. And wow. Yeah, they're going overhead. I don't hear any bombings, so to speak, which is good. First time I've ever noticed a flock of geese at night before, but okay. So anyway, if you're working on something that is supposed to be getting stronger as time goes on, start it at the beginning where the moon is waxing and you have a crescent. The waxing crescent, you can start things and keep growing into the quarter and the gibbous. Continue on. The full moon, obviously, like tonight, is the strongest part of the moon cycle. It's a good night for manifestation. It's a good night for meditation. It's a good night for reflection. It's a good night for starting new projects, definitely. If you want something at maximum power. And that's one big thing for the moon is power. Working with a high amount of power. Now, I will also advocate that you want to use protection while doing this, especially if you're a beginner, because you can accidentally open different doors and portals doing spell work. I accidentally did once, but then again, I was also working during a supermoon and an eclipse, same time. Maybe I'll tell that story in a different video. But always have your protections up. But you can use different things and the moon being one of them, to amplify your work. You can ask the moon for her assistance. You can leave an offering or light a candle for her. Or you can do something that I'm doing. I don't know how well you can see this here, but I'm gonna hold it up. Yeah, you see the shine? The shine is a jug of water that I've set out, and it is going to be full moon water. I make 3 jugs of this every single moon cycle, and it will last me till the next cycle. And then I make more. And I release anything I didn't use back into the earth. But it is a great protective element. If you don't have something like Florida water or other things like that, you can use this. You can use it for protection itself. You can use it for empowering. You can use it to cleanse items. Just be wary of what you're trying to cleanse. To make sure it reacts with water well. Don't put it on selenite. Even though selenite is great for the moon too, but don't do that unless you want to make selenite water, because it will dissolve and you will be sad if you didn't want that to happen. It is a soft crystal. It's a very soft rock. So it is one of the softest that I know of, and it will dissolve in liquid. So be careful. Anyway, you can use this as a time to charge other things. Like I'm charging water right now. I'm recharging my selenite. And I am charging an amulet, actually, a little piece, just to grab some of that power so I can use it in this month's upcoming spells. And I have put other things up there. You can use it for consecration. You can use it for all sorts of things. You can use it, let's see, divination is good for tonight as well. There's a lot of different things you could do on a full moon night. Let's move toward the waning. The waning is the last part of the triple moon. Obviously the big circle in the middle is the full, but that is the rightmost crescent moon of the triple moon goddess. And it is when the moon is waning, getting smaller and dissipating into darkness. This is good for releasing things, finishing projects, letting go of things that do not serve you, letting go of people who do not serve you, banishing works. Some people would say maybe baneful works, depending on what you're doing. But then again, when is a bad time for baneful work? If it needs doing, it needs doing, and no judgment for what you're doing. As long as you're being smart about it, not being petty, and not being unfair. That's all I ask. But anyway, your magic's your magic. But getting rid of things and finishing things are good for this time period. If you want to kick a bad habit or something, or do banishing work, getting rid of a person, or return to sender work, if you want to do it in tandem with the moon, mind you do not have to do these things in tandem with the moon. I like to if I can, but otherwise I just do it when I need to, because I'm magical. So then you have something like the dark moon, is the night where the moon is completely dark. And some people say the new moon is when the night is completely dark. They're very close. They're very, very close. Complete and total darkness, I will say the dark moon is Lilith's time of the moon cycle. And that is the best time to work with her, if you intend to. Ironically, I'm actually going to be working with her tonight, and it is the full moon that just happens to fall on my weekly day that I work with her. But yes, that is like a rough rundown of the moon cycle and everything. It definitely benefits to keep track and to start keeping track of the planets and the different days. And I don't always go for planetary hours. Always, that's a little much. And scheduling is hard sometimes. So I generally keep it to the days of the week if I can, and the moon cycle if I can. If I can't, then you know what? It's getting done. But don't stress if you don't want to wait or you can't wait. Just do what you need to do. Do what feels right. Let's see, is anything else? I really hope this is still like showing actual recording, because it says it's recording, but the screen's frozen. I'm gonna be very upset if it's not. Or at least it's got a nice shot of the moon on there. But anyway, let's see. I guess about the moon itself, the day of the week that I would correspond the moon is Monday. Monday is ruled by the moon. Monday, moon day. Element ruling is water. And you can remember that by thinking about the correspondence to the moon to the tides. So waters, hence why I'm making moon water. I mean, you can make any kind of water, really. You can make sun water, you can make Mars water. War water is a good one. That has to do with Mars energy a lot of times, all sorts of stuff. But I would definitely advocate working with the moon in whatever practice that you are in. I know heavily in pagan Wiccan practices, whatever you end up practicing or whatever you end up doing, the moon is heavily revered and worked with in tandem with the times and such. So by all means. But even if you're someone like me and you're not Wiccan and you're not like a conventional pagan or whatever else, the moon is still a valuable source of energy and wisdom to work with and a source of guidance. I see her as the feminine aspect of my practice. I do have that kind of feminine, lunar and solar being masculine kind of a view. So I've noticed, which is how everything's just kind of fallen into place. But that's fine with me. I've always felt a big connection to the moon, and it's just beautiful. If you can ever find time to dance under the moonlight, you should do it. Just feel it. Let yourself go. Don't matter who's watching or who's around. Just enjoy yourself and enjoy her. Let this be the time you bond with her. Get to know her. And tune yourself with her rays and her radiance. You won't regret it. Yeah, so that's just a little bit about the moon. Maybe a little bit to get you started of like an overview. And then just a little bit of visual. If I can get a picture of it, I will probably put it as a thumbnail. I hope I can. So we'll see how this whole thing actually recorded. But I will bid you adieu for now. Check the links in the description below if you are interested in any kind of spiritual services, tarot readings of all kinds, spell work, spirit work, whatever else have you. And head over to our Facebook page. Give us a like, even if you don't want to get anything just now. We're always available. We're always around at good prices. So we're here to help. We're here to guide. We're here to do what you need to do. So thank you very much for watching. And I will see you next time. Blessings to all. Blessed be Ave, Ashe, and hail to all of you. Good night.